Swampscott, we play as hard as anybody else, and we believe that if we leave it on the court, we'll end up on the right side of the scoreboard.
And you're right with the new schedule. I'm not sure how the basketball schedule works, but in other words, you may not, the way the spring sports are working, you're not playing like a rivalry like Marblehead twice during the season for like a baseball or a basketball.
That is correct. Marblehead's coach, a terrific name, great coach, Mike Giardi, Coach Giardi. He is, a couple weeks ago we already talked about it. We said, if we're on the schedule for one, we're going to play two, and we both believe that we have to play two. We have to have a home and away with Marblehead Swampscott. It's the other games you might only see, Medford once or Lynn English once, Lynn basketball once. And that would be disappointing to me because those are teams that I want to play twice. But we've only been
Well, welcome to high school softball on MSO News Sports. I'm Rick Moore, along with Andrew Nicastro. Our streamographer, our producer and engineer is Bill Proposki. And we've got first pitch of the game here, as it is Malden against Gloucester. And we've got a difficult advantage here in terms of weather and in terms of getting the lineups and so on, but we'll do the best we can. As we got a 1-1 count here. We're right under the scoreboard in right field, as you might be able to tell. On the mound for Gloucester is Sydney McKay. She's the ace of the staff. I believe she's a sophomore. Gloucester coming in with a record of, 7-2, and Malden has a record of 2-9. And of course, Malden, new addition to the GBL. So we're going to let the video do most of the talking for us here this afternoon, as it's a cold, windy day at Newell Stadium, as it usually is this time of year. There's an outside pitch. I believe it's 3-1. And again, we'll set the lineups for you as Sam Cominelli is the catcher for Gloucester. At bat is Mackenzie Furlong. She's the shortstop for Malden. Count now at 3-2 after the little foul tip. So Mackenzie Furlong leads off. Madison Figueredo is the pitcher. She bats second. Caitlin Leonard, third base, bats third. Has 3-2 pitch. And now it's 3-2. Can't see the scoreboard.
Yeah.
You need to get another camera here.
I know, yeah.
I tell you,
cover the scoreboard.
It's good though. You got the tent set up, and again, we are in right field, right over the fence. Oh, strike three call. So there's the first out of the game.
And yeah, from talking to my brothers, Mark and of course John, the head coach, this is a resilient team we have here, this GHS softball team. They've played some good teams already, and they pulled out a couple hard-fought wins. So I'm excited to actually see them play for the first time. And we have some people watching from home that I'm excited to offer this service for.
Excellent. Okay, there's a foul tip, I think. Hard to tell from out here, but Sam Cominelli runs over to get it. So now at bat is Madison Figueredo. She's the pitcher for Malden. What is the Malden Golden Tornado? Do I have that right? I think that's who it is. Malden Golden Tornado.
Yeah, I'm not sure off the top of my head.
Pretty sure. It's been a while.
I was talking to some of the coaching staff and trying to get a feel for what they knew from scouting Malden, and they didn't know much. I mean, this is a new team in the division, you know.
Sydney McKay on the mound for Gloucester. 1-1 count. Gloucester with a really good, solid infield defensively. Fouled off to the right, 1-2. Great day, as you can see here at Gloucester High School. The field is, this is one of the best fields. I wish I had this when I was playing Little League and when I was playing softball in the city. It's just beautiful field. Get a true hop in the infield. You can see how smooth it is, and the outfield is terrific as well. 1-2 pitch. Fouled off again to the right.
So she's just fighting off the pitches right now, just trying to stick in there. But the pitcher's been going right at him. She's not scared to throw it right over the plate, hot and heavy.
All right, so 1 out, top of the first. McKay fires, strike 3 swinging. So 2 up, 2 down on strikes. Caitlin Leonard is the next batter. She is the third baseman. Do you say third base woman?
Third base woman. Yep.
Okay.
That sounds about right.
Ooh. All right, we are broadcasting too on MSO radio on Channel A. And I forgot to get the recording going so we can replay this. That a little low?
Yep.
Ball 1. All right, so let me just get this recording here started eventually. 2 down in the top of the first. Infield looks like it's playing, or the outfield rather, playing straight away and shallow. Fly ball, right field, and it is bagged nicely out here in right field by Whitney Schrock. She is sure-handed outfielder, and that's it. 1, 2, 3 for the Fishermen. As they will come to bat now in the bottom of the first. No score. As we said, 1, 2, 3, 2 strikeouts, and the out. Great day, wind blowing in from the canal, as it usually does, which is our backs. The Gloucester lacrosse team is practicing right behind us, too. Hope they don't hit us on the noggin. Nick Kukru, Gloucester Times Sports Center, is over at the track meet over at the field. And, of course, the baseball team, Gloucester's baseball team, is on the road with the team home here. All right, we will be taking a break from time to time, but right now we can set the lineup for Gloucester, at least offensively. Sam Cominelli is the leadoff batter. She's the catcher. She's followed by the shortstop, Megan Manning. Taylor Abbott. The center fielder is next. Batting fourth, and cleanup is Liz Schuster. She's the short check at the third baseman. Tracy Wood in left field is the next batter. Number 6 is Diane Story. She is at first base. Marissa Orlando is next, the designated player. I think that's what DP means. And Whitney Schrock is the right fielder. She bats, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And the ninth player is Sydney McKay. Ninth batter is Sydney McKay. For Malden defensively, well, you got Madison Figueredo on the mound. The catcher is Julia Parker. Trying to see what my own writing here. First baseman is Kira Robertson. At second is Taylor Bosey. Caitlin Leonard is the third baseman. At shortstop, Mackenzie Furlong. In left field, it's Ashlyn Fitzpatrick. In center field, I don't have a center fielder here. Oh, there it is. Olivia Simmons Normal. Olivia Simmons Normal is the center fielder, and in right field, it's Jenna Swanson. I have to get my ski cap, man.
I know it's cold out here, and the wind isn't helping.
Have you seen any of the games so far?
No, I haven't, but I've been talking to the brothers a lot, of course, and Mark and John Castro, and they just can't say enough about this team and their willingness to put in the work necessary. With my brothers, they're two that always believe the preparation's what leads to the win, so they're always pushing them.
Umpires tonight, John Campbell is behind the plate, and the field umpire is Chris Catino. So the first pitch from Madison Figueredo of Malden is a called strike.
Ooh. Got him on the bottom inside corner there.
Figueredo with number 4. Like the, well, you can see the numerals quite easily on the Malden. Dark blue jerseys with the white numerals. And they got the white baseball pants. Caminelli lays it down. Oh, picked up nicely by the third baseman. Fires to first. Nice play by Caitlin Leonard.
Solid bunt there, and we have Dylan Gerard coming over to say hi. How are you, Dylan? Good, man. A little lacrosse practice coming up?
Oh, yeah.
Attaboy. Thank you.
Hey, Dylan. Assistant coaching over here. All right. Former student helping out with lacrosse. 1 out in the Gloucester, bottom of the first. Next batter, Megan Manning for the Fishermen with 1 down. She looks at a high pitch. You know, I don't have a scorebook either, so this is going to be fun trying to keep up with the batters. Let's see. Leonard flied out to right. All right, fly out to right. And Sam Caminelli, 5-3 on the out. Oh, late swing, fouled off to the right, 1-1.
Yeah, this team, the Gloucester team, they're not scared to swing. You know, that's one thing you'll notice throughout here. And even laying down that quick bunt early, I mean, they're aggressive players, and they know that they need to put runs on the board to win, so they're coming out with that mentality.
No score, bottom of the first. Gloucester and Malden in high school softball action. Our first spring broadcast this season. We've got a few more scheduled, inside and low, 2 and 1. And of course, we'll be talking about football as time goes on too, getting ready for football. But we got to get through spring, and we got some baseball games. I've been asked. People ask me, why don't you broadcast lacrosse live? And there's a very simple answer to that. I don't know how. I don't know the game.
Right, yeah.
And rather than do a lousy job, we've been reporting on it. But someday we'll get to it. We'll find someone who knows all about lacrosse and we can do that game. That's outside, so I think it's, 2 and 1?
Yep. 2 and 1 or 3 and 1. But yeah, as the videographer, streamographer, it's funny. I've done some events like fencing, and I just have no idea what to look at.
There you go. There's a pop-up in the infield. And yeah, it's bagged by the third baseman once again. Nice catch by third baseman Caitlin Leonard. So she's got both outs so far.
And that went a mile high. That was good tracking that down. That wasn't easy.
Yeah, with the wind as well. The wind blowing pretty hard off the water right now. So there are 2 outs, and that brings Taylor Abbott to the plate for Gloucester. She's the center fielder. That looked good from here. It is. Taylor Abbott gets to first base, so it's a strikeout, but pass ball and then a drop ball over at first base, and Abbott gets to first. So 2 down, runner on first. Cleanup hitter Liz Schuster. She's a third baseman. And Steele is second. Yep.
Called it safe.
Abbott's in there. So she gets the second first pitch. Swing and a miss. And going to throw down? Nope, not going to do it. Wouldn't be prudent. So Abbott reaches on the strikeout, steals second. And we have 2 down. Fouled off. We need an auxiliary scoreboard. I don't know if I can reach over here to see the scoreboard. Let me take a look. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 out. How's that?
There you go.
1 and 2. I can see it. If I go out quite a ways out in front, I can do that. Inside, 2 and 2.
Playing aggressive on second there. She's really playing a game of cat and mouse with the catcher.
Taylor
Tyler
Abbott.
Toyer.
Yep, Taylor Abbott is the runner on second for Gloucester in their maroon jerseys, and second baseman is Taylor Bosey. Ball. All right, what's the count now?
Maybe in between innings we could move everything a little bit
Full
further
count.
up.
I could stand right here. Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. I can do this. I'll move back. I'm on the fence right now, and I'll move back when we have to hit the computer. Full count. On the cleanup hitter, Liz Schuster. Line drive up the middle. It's a base hit. Abbott's going to try to score. Here's a throw to the plate. Good throw, and it gets past the catcher with the runner going over to second. So Schuster delivers, and Gloucester leads 1-0.
Yeah, and just a great solid hit between second and third, and just good base running and running aggressively to get home, and a good slide to finish it off.
So it's a single, and I'll tell you what, I got to get the numbers right here. I think somebody gave me bad intel here.
About the numbers of the jerseys?
Yep. So, no, I'm wrong. That's Whitney Good. I wrote it wrong. Whitney Good got the hit, not Schuster. Whitney Good got the hit to drive in the run, and just got to get it right here. So this should be Schuster now. My bad. So Schuster is up now. Whitney Good with the base hit. And that pitch is a wild pitch, and that's going to allow Good to go on over to third. So my apologies for screwing up the lineup for Gloucester. Nope, your coach gave it to me correctly.
All right, going for a 2-out rally here. The Fishermen and the Fisherwoman here, right?
Fishermen lead 1-0, and base hit by Good up the middle, scoring Abbott from second. And then Good one on down to second on the throw. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 out. Bottom of the first, Gloucester up 1-0. Taylor Bosey at second. Uh-oh, that one gets by the catcher. Going to try to come home. I think they're going to get her out. Oh, she slid under it.
Got it.
Yeah, so Wood slides in safely. Talking to her dad here before the game. And it's now 2-0.
Yeah, like I was saying earlier, this is an aggressive team, and Coach John DeCastro, he's an aggressive coach. He likes to play with the idea of perfection in mind, and he pushes them in that direction all week long leading up to games. So, as a coach, he does a good job.
So Whitney Good has scored the second Gloucester runner up by 2 now with 2 out. Nobody on. Good scoring on the wild pitch. I said Wood before, but it's Good. That was Whitney Good. And Tracy Good is on deck. How's that?
A couple tongue twisters in there coming back to back.
And Schuster looks at strike 3, and that ends the inning. So after 1, it is Gloucester leading it by a score of 2-0. And why don't we take a break, and we'll come back. You're listening to MSO News Sports. And this is high school softball on MSO on this cold Monday. North Shore Sports Night tonight at 7.
The Gloucester Gloucester House Restaurant at historic Seven Seas Wharf, 63 Roger Street, Gloucester. This is owner Lenny Linquata.
We provide service and product better than anybody else. It comes directly from our boats right to your plate. We have fishermen that work great for us. We are wholesalers that we buy what we want to serve to our customers, and we put the rest of it right out in the market.
The Gloucester House Restaurant. Visit thegloucesterhouse.com.
This is the freshest seafood you can get, from our boats to your plate.
The Institution for Savings has always believed in giving back to our communities, because our communities are such great places to live and work. Last year alone, we donated and pledged more than $3.9 million to local nonprofits, including local hospitals, schools, food pantries, art organizations, and more. Named one of Boston Business Journal's top philanthropic companies, we are proud to be your local hometown bank. Institutionforsavings.com. Member FDIC, DIF, Equal Housing Lender.
Many aspects of estate planning are interrelated, and you can turn to attorney Bob Madruga for full-service estate planning to help you develop a comprehensive plan in providing for your future. Bob will work with you through the years to adapt your plan as needed, and he can assist you with managing wills, trust, probate, and taxes. Visit the law offices of Robert J. Madruga at 128 Main Street, Gloucester, or call today for an appointment at 978-283-6883. First pitch of the inning is a ball. Next pitch, top of the second, is a strike. 1-1. Batter is Ashley Fitzpatrick for Malden High School. She is the left fielder. And without a scoreboard, this is going to be crazy trying to keep the book, but we'll do what we can do. There's a little nubber off to the second baseman. Underhanded field cleanly by Taylor Abbott. She flips it over onto first, and that's out number one. Diane Story, first baseman.
Yeah, like you were saying earlier, Rick, this is a good infield they have here, good solid infield, and they play fundamental. Just do the right play at the right time.
2-0, Gloucester leading, top of the second. One down. Pitch is low. Sydney McKay doing the bulk of the pitching for Gloucester. She suffered an injury, was out for, I believe, a game or two. She got a line drive off her foot. And she fires it to the plate. Strike one, 1-1.
You know, one good thing about this team is it's fairly young. It sways on the young side. I know there's some sophomores playing, a couple juniors, of course some seniors, but, you know, it's really a good-looking future for this team.
Big cut, missed, 1-2. They have a good following, too. Not too many people here today, understandably, but a lot of people show up for the home games anyway. 1-2. On Fitzpatrick. There's a number. Oh, that's strike three, rather. Throws to first for the putout. So Fitzpatrick grounds out, and now Olivia Simmons normal strikes out. I missed it, so I think it was a strikeout.
There's a little flip over to first.
Right, but I mean the ball, it was out of bounds. So
I see what you're saying.
Out of
yeah.
bounds. It was a foul, so it was in foul territory, so it had to be missed. Okay, there's a little punch off to the left by next batter is the right fielder Jenna Swanson. So 0-1 to Swanson. 3 strikeouts in the early going for McKay.
And so far, I made quick work in this top of the inning with already 2 outs and third batter up here.
Yep. Punches it to the left once again. 0-2, 2 strikes.
I saw Coach Nicastro trying to make a play over there.
I was over there last week, and I was taking some pictures over there by the dugout. There was a ground ball to the third, and I muffed it. I missed it.
Oh, you had your chance, Rick.
I
you
did.
could have relived the old days.
I did. Malden coach Julia Fox right now, checking in with Jenna Swanson. 2-strike count on the Malden batter.
Yep, Coach John Nicastro going out there to talk to the infield to make sure they're all on the same page as they're making this switching this player out.
I don't think he was John when I had him in school. He was John, I think.
Yeah, you know, in my house it was more of a way to distinguish who my mom was yelling at, whether it was Big John or Little John at the time.
I gotcha. All right, there's a swing and a miss, and so that is the 4th strikeout for Sydney McKay, and Malden goes in order once again. And after 1.5, it's 2-0. Gloucester leading it. Again, Taylor Abbott, base hit for Gloucester. Liz Schuster, I'm sorry, Whitney Good, base hit for Gloucester, driving in the run, and then she came around to score later on a wild pitch. Gray skies in cold weather. You can probably hear the lacrosse team behind us. We'll have North Shore Sports Night tonight. Gary Larrabee, of course, media liaison for the PGA's U.S. Senior Open coming up in a few weeks at the Salem Country Club. Talked to Nick Kukru, the sports editor. He's covering track and field right now. And we'll check in with him later on tonight, and we'll have a lot of scores, hopefully, and other stuff as well. Coach Kearns, I'm not sure he's going to be able to join us tonight because he's at Malden right now with the Gloucester JVs, Gloucester Varsity playing Malden at baseball. And lots of other activities. A lot of stuff got washed out on Friday and Saturday. Friday especially. Saturday there were a few makeups, but and plus with this time of year, it's tough in spring season because so many things are going on for seniors. End of year activities. So Gloucester comes up. Bottom of the second, Tracy Wood will lead off. I think. She's a left fielder for the Fishermen.
Yeah, it'll be good to see how they come out this inning. You know, having a strong first and a good defensive top of the second. See if they can pile it on or you know, just kind of falter for an inning. It'd be good to see how they react.
Another right-handed batter for Gloucester, right-handed pitcher for Malden. Outfield straightaway. Pitch is low, and again, if you're listening on radio, and I don't know why you would be because we didn't promote that, but
You just happened to tune in.
yeah, we're doing a video broadcast as well, so not going to do the complete radio play-by-play as we ordinarily would because you can see what's happening. Ball 2-0.
If the people tuning in can hear, they're very loud from the dugout there over at GHS.
Oh yeah, very enthusiastic bunch.
That's for sure.
Or they're trying to keep warm. I'm not sure which it is.
Probably both. Yeah, we're becoming accustomed to these gray skies these days, huh?
I know. It's been a miserable spring. 3-0 to Wood.
Hopefully a miserable spring means an awesome summer, right?
Ah, yeah, it will be.
Oh, I can't wait.
I'm trying to think of the. Remember when the Andrea Gale movie, when the Andrea Gale went down, there was a female captain. I can't think of her name, and I met her too.
Ah, that's a great trivia
Oh
question.
my goodness!
I know it too.
It's not a. Oh, I'm embarrassed. But
Yeah.
she was saying 3-1, by the way.
If anyone tuning in knows, you can reach out to us. You can email More Sports Online. Let us know that trivia question. will ya?
MSONewsports@gmail. Well, I'll tell you, MSONewsports@gmail.com. Linda Greenlaw. Greenlaw.
There you go.
All right, fly ball to right field, and it's going to pop in for a base hit. And so Wood gets on. Lead off the inning. Single to right.
Yeah, beautiful hit going opposite field. Just, you know, given what the pitcher took, taking what the pitcher gave her, and just was able to make it work. Great hit.
Off the fist, right field. Runner on first, and batter now is Diane Story, first baseman. She squares the bunt, misses it. Runner's going to go to second anyway. No,
I think it was a foul tip.
Fouled it off, yeah.
Yeah.
So Tracy Wood has to go back. Linda Greenlaw was saying, though, when I talked to her, I think it was last summer, when she was in Gloucester for a memorial ceremony down on the boulevard, and she refers to herself as a fisherman. So,
okay,
so
I see.
If she can, whatever she says is what I go by. She
Sure.
is a fisherman, and so
That's good to clarify.
Yep, the Gloucester sports team are fishermen, and we're going to go with that.
Yep.
Otherwise, she'll probably whack me upside the head. She was amazing. There's a bunt back to the mound. Oh, fielded by the pitcher, not going to get anybody. Throw to third, and going to be out at third. Try to stretch it. Tracy Wood try to stretch it. She's out at third with a runner on first, one out.
Yeah, I mean, it was a, great play that they had going for them, actually getting a player on first and second. And, I wonder if she was told to go or just got a feeling. I wonder what was going on there. But
well,
can't hate the thought, I guess.
Watching the third base coach, I'm sure she was watching, and there's a swing and a miss. Uh-oh, they caught the runner off first. Nope, not going to throw. As Marissa Orlando is up now with one out. So Diane Story, I believe you'll get a bunt base hit out of that rather than the sacrifice, and then the put out is 1, 2, 4. There's a line drive to left field. That's going to be a base hit. And we got runners on first and second now as Orlando singles. So,
yeah, great solid hit, just level swing, just went right through it and drove it into the outfield. It was a great swing.
2 more hits. Runners at first and second for Gloucester. They're leading 2-0. Bottom of the second inning. Whitney Schrock is up now. And that's an inside pitch. Nobody goes. Ball 1.
Yeah, you can see a theme with these base runners where Coach Nicastro really, teaches them to be aggressive. Make them think about throwing.
Mm-hmm. Ball 2. That's going to,
hit the batter.
Yeah. Hit by pitch. That's going to load him up. Wow.
We would have had a run if she stayed on second. But
Okay, so it's Gloucester's got 5 hits already, and we only have 1 out here in this second inning. Sidney McKay, the pitcher, is up now for the Fishermen with Sam Cominelli on deck. Bases loaded, 1 out. On the mound for Malden, Madison Figueredo. Thrown a lot of pitches already. I don't know if they do a pitch count in softball. I don't like the pitch count in Major League Baseball. Don't like it. Lawrence Spahn used to throw over 200 pitches a game, I'll bet you, if there was a count back then. Second pitch on the way. Line drive, right field. It's going to be in there. Base hit. Going to score at least 1 run. And second run is going to come in as well. 2 more runs on the base hit by the pitcher, Whitney McKay. Singles to right, gets 2 RBIs.
Yeah, another opposite ball going the opposite way and put it right where the outfielders weren't. It was a great hit. Drove in a couple runs.
Yep, Story scores.
And 2 batters still on. 2 runners on, second and third.
And Orlando scores.
With only 1 out.
4-0 Gloucester. Sam Cominelli back up to the plate. She grounded out to third first time up. She lays it down and not going to make the play in time, and that's going to bring a run home as Sam will take second. Yeah, they're just running Malden ragged right now. Pitcher hesitated, wasn't sure to go home, turned around through to first. Ball was dropped. Run scores. And
we have a timeout called right here.
Let's see. I guess so. So I think Cominelli went to second, and I don't know whether McKay scored or not. She should be on third. McKay should be on third with Sam Cominelli on first with the bunt. So we're waiting to see what the deal will be as Gloucester is leading it now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to nothing. And we're only in the second inning. I'll run around the front here, see if
Yeah, you're good.
I think they've got, yeah, that's 5.
Make sure you don't get yourself tangled up over there.
I know. I gotta get Bill's scorebook. I did get myself tangled up too. All right, so Cominelli is on second, and
we have a runner on third as well.
Yeah.
Number 5 over there.
Cominelli is okay. Yep. I'm really confused.
Another try-it bunt that went foul.
I'm behind the batter.
And it looks like she might have twisted her ankle on her way towards that bunt. Don't want to see that, of course.
That's Liz Schuster on the ground. Cominelli is at third, and Manning is at second. I got behind a batter. This is embarrassing for me. But
well, your first time doing softball, right?
yeah,
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's Taylor Abbott. Taylor Abbott is number 17.
Oh,
She's at
gosh.
bat. She struck out her first time up, and
And you know, Taylor, I know she recently underwent a surgery or two, I think, and it might have been on her, either her knee or her ankle. Gosh, you don't want to see that. I see Tom Abbott here, and he's just watching anxiously to see what happens. And she's gonna battle it out.
I'll stay in. Yep.
Wow.
So she'll resume her at-bat. Struck out first time up.
If it's one thing I will say about those Abbotts, they are grinders.
One out.
They don't want to give up.
Runners at second and third with one out. Gloucester up by 5. 5-0. Sam Cominelli is at third. Megan Manning is on second with a strike. There's a bunt. This time the pitcher is going to fire it to first as the run scores. Gets the out.
Yeah.
So it is a sacrifice for Taylor Abbott. And that drives Cominelli across the plate now. It's 6-0.
Yeah, drove a run, moved a player forward. Not a bad bunt, if I say so.
So Whitney Good is up now. She drove in the first Gloucester run. Skies it to the right and it's out of play.
Hey, good thing we moved our cars, huh?
That's right where mine was. Gloucester up by 6, and we're only in the second. Bottom of the second inning. 2 down now. Madison Figueredo throws low, so it's 1-1. One runner on the bases for Gloucester. That's Megan Manning. Gloucester has plated 4 runs in this second inning so far. 2 in the first, 4 in the second, and they're up by that 6-0 score. There's a pitch in there for strike. 2-1.
You know, if there's one thing you can't be with 6 runs up, you can't get complacent. You know, I mean, you can't let a team like Malden get a few bats in and then get a run going.
Oh man, there's a shot down the left field side, line rather, but it is foul. 2-2. Two and two. To Good. Swings at a high pitch, misses it. Oh, tips it off. Yep, she did got a piece of it. So the count's still 2-2. Next pitch. Change up down the pike.
Yep.
And that got good looking. Oh, that's good looking. All right. Caught good looking at the pitch. Don't want to get in trouble here. And that is the third out of the inning. And that is the second strikeout for Madison Figueredo. And Gloucester comes up with, I believe, four hits. So they get 4 runs and 4 hits. And they lead 6-0 after 2. And good place here to take a break.
Yep.
Let's do it. I got to put my gloves on. And see if I can. I can't even see the computer here with the. What's the cursor?
Yeah, the glare.
I can't see it. So there it is. All right, we'll be right back. Here in Gloucester, the Fishermen lead 6-0 over Malden. We'll be right back.
MSONewsports.com is known for connecting North Shore sports fans with local sports newsmakers. Features on teams and players. Exclusive video interviews following the big games. Live event coverage such as high school football, basketball, hockey, and baseball. Live video coverage of the Gloucester Fiesta. MSO also connects you to the area news leaders, mayors, state representatives, state senators, town administrators, city and town elected officials, business leaders, and more. Entertainment features. Follow us on Twitter or Facebook at MSO News Sports. Email us at msonewsports@gmail.com. Leave a voice message anytime, 978-325-3638. Stay connected to your North Shore neighbors by simply clicking on MSONewsports.com.
Okay, we're back to get into the third inning, and no hits so far for Malden, as they've gone down 6 in a row, and they start the top of the third inning here with Taylor Bosey. She is the second baseman. Sidney McKay with a 6-run lead, winds and fires inside, ball 1.
So yeah, Malden definitely knows they have some ground to make up. I'm sure they're going to come out swinging and trying to get runners on bases. So let's see how this inning goes.
And full disclosure, that commentary there, ball 2, is from the Gloucester coach's brother, so let's keep that in mind. Andrew Nicastro, our streamographer, for the Malden people. I cover the conference. Andrew is covering his brother's game, and so bit of a favor here to the brother. Ground ball towards second, scooped up nicely, fires to first, 1 down. As a nice play by Taylor Abbott. And again, this middle infield is pretty sharp. Abbott gets the first out. Is that right? Do I have the number right? Yeah, got the number right. So 1 down. And that pitch is outside. Next batter with 1 down is Kira Robertson. She's the first baseman. And that was, what, 4-3. Is that a ball or strike? What do you call that?
That was a ball.
Okay.
She's throwing gas out there, but she's a little sporadic. Throwing a little bit all over the place.
2-0. I'm going to have to get my ski hat.
I know, Rick. You've been talking about that hat for the last 2 innings.
I got to get it. I'm freezing. So, 2-1 now is swing and a miss.
Yep.
By the Malden first baseman. 1 down, top of the third. Swing and a miss,
Whoa.
strike 2. Way behind on that one. Has McKay with a big wind-up, big windmill. Center field shading over to the right, 2 strike, but that's outside, ball 1. Smart.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's a good eye.
Yeah, batter's not swinging late, and so the center fielder shifting over to her left, which would be toward the right field. Inside, 2-2. Nope, I missed. I missed this all around. That's right, because it was 2-0 at one point. All right, so it's ball 4, and that's the first base runner for Malden.
Yeah, and see, that's the kind of spark plug that Malden needs, is just getting a runner on.
Haley Scaparati is next. First left-handed batter we've seen.
There's a bunt.
Half bunt. Fires to first as it was fielded cleanly by McKay, and there's 2 down. Fired at first, but in the meantime, that pushed the runner over to, Robertson over to second. So we'll call that 1-3. Julia Parker is next. Number 9 hitter for Malden. Number 10 hitter for Malden. Who is that? Hi, cutie. Hi there. Hi. Gunnar Muth is here with, is this your granddaughter?
It is.
What a cutie. What a cutie. Beautiful.
She was in your class there, Rick.
There you go.
Cutie. All right, joining us now, line drive right field. That's going to be a base hit. This could score a run. And it does not, as the right fielder held onto the ball, but the runner held at third. So first hit of the game for Malden, Julia Parker with a line drive single to right field. And Gunnar Muth is joining us now, and Gunnar is the ROTC director here at Gloucester High School. And how you doing?
I'm great, Rick. How are you?
All right, we're fine. And you've seen a bunch of these kids, you've coached and stuff, but we got to talk about your rifle team. You guys just came back from Texas, was it?
Yeah, the drill team was in Texas a couple of weeks ago, the national championships.
All right, so tell us about the drill team. What's it comprised of, and what do you guys do?
Well, there's an unarmed drill part, and there's a part where they spin rifles, throw them up. As a matter of fact, the third baseman out there, Liz, she commanded them.
Okay. That would be Liz Schuster?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Next pitch by McKay. We're going to have a steal of second. Why not? And Sam just fires it back to the pitcher. What year is Liz in?
She's a sophomore.
So what is the now? It's an armed drill team, right? You have
Armed and unarmed.
unarmed. So what do you use for the arm? What?
Well, they use
the old Springfield type.
Well, there's a 1903 Springfield replica. Weighs about 9.5 pounds.
Mercy. Okay.
So, you know, they did pretty well. They did great. They were the top 15 Marine ROTC teams in the nation there. They won a couple of trophies. They placed first in the unarmed exhibition routine. Actually tied Lynn English, as a matter of fact, who's a perennial power.
Well, now you were at Lynn English for a while, were you not?
I was.
So
I was.
There's a real tradition there. Are they competitors with you guys?
They are.
Okay, so that's cool. That's good.
They are.
And you go down to Texas and you guys finish high both schools. That's pretty cool.
Right.
Excellent. How many kids you got on the team?
Well, we took about 40 with us. So it was an experience for them. Irving, Texas was quite the experience for them. A lot different than Gloucester.
Oh, yes. I went to high school in Texas, I'm aware. How many kids did you take down there?
We took about 40.
Oh, you said that. Okay.
Right.
I'm trying to watch the batter, too. I think we got a couple of strikes on the batter. There's 2 out. Malden has not scored, but they got runners on second and third with 2 down. Bottom of the third, they're down by 6. Up the middle. Oh, no, over to shortstop. Fielded cleanly, and that is the third out as, again, Megan Manning. This middle infield for Gloucester is solid. Manning fires it on to first, and that's the end of the inning. So we will keep it here. No runs for Malden, but they do get, I believe, 1 hit in that inning. So it's 6-0. So how's the participation this year? Now, because Gloucester's numbers are down. They used to be one of the biggest schools in the conference, and they're not anymore.
Right. But our ROTC numbers are up. I mean, we got about 144 this year, and I just looked at the numbers for next year, and it's steady right there. And so I think I looked at the numbers, about 140 kids signed up for next year, and we normally gain 15 or 20 once the school year starts. So the overall population might be going down, but our numbers are strong and even getting a little stronger.
How many totally lost my train of thought here. How many instructors do you have?
Just 2. Myself and Master Sergeant DeBose.
This is second or third year here, right?
This is, I think this is 4.5.
Oh, really? Already?
Yeah, I started halfway through 1 year, and then this is his 4th full year.
I've been out for a while, so you had one guy I remember driving in, commuting from Western Massachusetts every day. That was amazing. Yeah, that was incredible. Every day, 2.5-hour drive each way, but he did it, and he's terrific with the kids.
Gunny Serrano, nice guy.
Absolutely.
Runs a school down in Virginia now, Loudoun County.
So what do you now? Do you have? What are the courses that you have that the kids are offered in class?
Well, there's 4 leadership levels: leadership 1, 2, 3, and 4. So it's just like if you'd be taking, a math class, you progress, you get past leadership 1, we move you on to leadership 2, always trying to build your skills as you go.
All right. That was, by the way, Mackenzie Furlong grounded out on the last play for Malden. Brings up Gloucester now, and I believe this is Liz Schuster at the plate. As she singled her first time up, and she scored the second Gloucester run, leading by a score of 6-0 at this point. Still on the mound is Madison Figueredo with a couple of strikeouts. 1 ball and no strikes. Gunnar Muth is our guest here right now. Fly ball to left field, and it's going to be bagged easily out there. In left field by Ashley Fitzpatrick, 1 down.
That was hit pretty well.
Yeah. So Schuster flies out to
But talking about the rifle team, you brought that up. Our
Yeah,
rifle
let's get
team
them.
just went 9-0 and won the Metropolitan League this year. All young kids, all freshmen and sophomores.
Beautiful.
And so they've won that league 13 out of the last 14 years.
How many teams in the league, you said?
There's 10 teams.
10 teams.
So they went 9-0 this year. They outscored their opponents by an average of about, I think it was 120 points per match.
2-0 is the count. So how does that work? What do they fire, and where? And
It's 10-meter air, just like the Olympics. 3-position, 10-meter air rifle.
cool.
So they shoot 10 rounds in the standing, 10 rounds in the prone, lying down, and 10 rounds in the kneeling.
And what's the distance?
10 meters.
10 meters.
10 meters.
That's
So-
pretty cool. And where do you guys practice? You practice outside
We
at
actually
Gloucester?
practice in the cafeteria after school.
Oh, okay.
We have portable
Targets?
target
Yep.
screens that we put up, and
Cool.
so. But we have teams in Salem, Beverly, Lynn. They're all in the league.
How long have you been doing this now?
This is my 21st. Finishing up the 21
Okay.
after 22 in the active Marine Corps.
Fouled
So
off 2 and 2. That's right. I forgot about that. So you're going to get. Eventually, you'll be having a second retirement qualification here.
maybe.
Yeah. You're not going to leave Gloucester for a while, I hope.
How can you leave this place? I did that once.
That's right. How long were you at Lynn English?
Just 2 years.
2 years. Okay,
2
because
years.
you were at Gloucester, you left, and you came back,
Right.
and I know that the kids are thrilled, and the faculty is as well. That is ball 4. And so Tracy Wood gets a base on balls. First runner of the inning with 1 down. She'll go to first. That'll bring up Diane Story, who singled and scored. Also stole a base in that second inning. Gloucester up 6-0, bottom of the third. And
she
we'll get
got
it.
that.
Yeah, these guys run the bases. I mean, they are aggressive, as Andrew's been pointing out. Stolen base for Tracy to get to second.
It's fun to watch this team because the first base coach, Martin Castro, he was one of my students in ROTC.
I got to tell you, Rick, half the people in the city are former students
I
of
know.
mine.
I know.
That looks like a shot up the middle. It's a base hit. Fielded on one hop by the center fielder, firing to the plate. Got him. Got her out at the plate. Nice throw from center field to pick off Tracy Wood coming home. Get the name of that center fielder. That is Olivia Simmons Normal. And you know, I was listening to the Gloucester coaches. They were talking about her arm in the warm-ups.
That girl had a strong arm.
Hello.
She all the way on a rope right to the catcher.
So Story gets a single, but Wood is out at the plate. And Story takes second. That brings up Marissa Orlando. She had a single back in the second inning. 2 down for Gloucester. And Orlando off the base, but she's not going to go anywhere. Covering is Taylor Bosey for Malden. So what happens to the kids, Rick, after they leave? Do you have a lot of people go into service? Do they go into ROTC? Or have you?
It's a mixed bag.
She got hit?
She got hit. Mm-hmm. It's a mixed bag, but honestly, the percentage of kids that go into the service is relatively low. I've often said in the time that I've been here, typically in a typical year, more kids that are not in our class join the military than the ones graduating from our class. So,
What feedback do you get, though, from kids, even if they don't go? I mean, you must have kids come back and talk
I
to you.
do. They come back all the time. As a matter of fact, one girl just recently sent me a message, something about that she uses all the stuff that we taught her, 15 years ago.
Yeah.
She's never been in the service, but she uses the skills, the leadership and citizen type skills to what she does today.
All right,
So it's great.
2 outs. We have a runner, I think, that's going to be replaced. I'm not sure here as Coach John Nicastro takes a timeout. Andrew, you're going to have to help me remember who's coming in because I don't have a scorebook. It's number 12 entering the lineup for Gloucester, coming as a pinch runner. That's Bailey Marshall, and she's going to run for Marissa. So that would be number 12 for number 4, I believe. Let's see here. 12 for 4. Yeah, I would think, and they also, especially when you're on the team. But it is sort of you build relationships. I would think even in high school, Gunnar, that through ROTC you might not have, except in maybe another sport. These kids build relationships, and they probably know each other for a long time. As the year goes by, don't they? I mean, it's different.
It's funny because just last summer I saw some kids that are friends with me on social media, old students, 10, 15 years ago, and some got married. One of them got married. Actually, two of them are both my students. They got married. But when I'm looking at the picture, I would say practically everybody in that picture was in my class at some time,
Yeah, yeah.
or I knew them
Sure.
from a sporting
Sure.
team or something. That's pretty funny.
All right, there's a swing and a miss by Whitney Schrock with runners at first and second for Gloucester. We have a pinch runner after the hit batsman. Bailey Marshall is at first base for Gloucester. Diane Story is on second base. We're talking with Gunnar Muth, the ROTC director at Gloucester High School. 2 down for the Fishermen. Swing and a miss by Schrock. She got hit by a pitch first time up. I think the count, well, she got 2 strikes on her. Gunnar, what was it like coming out of the Marine Corps and teaching an ROTC component in high school? I mean, it's had to be a little bit of a shock to you on one level.
The first year was a complete culture shock.
Strikeout for Gloucester. They're down. No runs in this third. Excuse me, Gunnar. And so after 3, it's 6-0. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, I retired. I was an officer, and I retired from School of Infantry, where kids never said no. And they never even would talk to you. They see you coming, they're trying to get out of there. Like, oh God, here comes an officer. And
Yeah,
if you said go do this, it was like, yes sir, let's go.
It's done. Yeah.
And then my first year, I remember telling a kid, hey, go do this. And he looked at me and said, no. I think I started shaking or something. Veins were probably popping. But, you know, after a while, you kind of understand that it's not yes sir,
Well,
no
the
sir.
image of what Marines do and go through is a little different from what you have of a, let's put this in quotes, a normal teacher. And yet you are a teacher, and I've seen you in the building. I mean, I've worked with you for years, and you have you got it really early, Rick, in understanding what these kids do. You understand, you got it, and you connected with them.
I think a lot helped me because my kids went here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and my first year here, my son was a freshman here, and so it was easier for me to say, okay, I got to put that part of me away, and I have to learn how to do this.
Well, I think to me the thing is the greatest thing I notice is the empathy. You had the immediate understanding of what some of these kids, where they come from,
Right.
and I think, you know, not everybody gets it. We've had some. I was going to say ROTC instructor, but never mind that. We've had some teachers who don't get it.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool.
Well, I learned very early on that Gloucester's a unique place.
Isn't it, though?
You know, and you have to figure it out.
Yeah, you do, to survive, I think. I learned that early on, too. That's the pitcher who skies it to center field, and it's pulled in by Good. And that was not the pitcher. That was Caitlin Leonard. Madison Figueredo was the last batter previous inning. So Caitlin Leonard led off the top of the 4th here with a fly out to center field this time. She had a fly ball to right field first time up, so she's put wood on it, or metal on the ball. But fielded easily by Wood in center field. 1 down in the 4th inning for Malden, top of the 4th. So what's been the most fun for you over the years, Gunnar? Is it taking the kids on these field trips? I mean, I would be scared to death to go to Paris Island at any age.
We did that a couple of years ago, and I guess that went pretty well. They liked that. I'm not a big one for going back there. I mean, I know the Master Sergeant, he took a bunch of kids down there, and the kids loved it. And you know, they all came back and said, "Oh, it was so wonderful," and this and that. And I have to look at them and say, you know, 42 years ago, I can't think of one thing at Paris Island that I thought was wonderful except leaving. So, you know,
I hear you.
I don't know. I think it's the trips. I think sometimes it's when the kids come back, and a lot of times I think it's when the kids come back that may not have been your best cadets, and you see that they come back to see you, and they've succeeded in whatever they're doing.
Yeah. I think that's true of us teachers as well.
Right, and then they come back and they say, hey, I want to thank you for this or something, and you're like, man, you were not my favorite.
I hear you. Oh,
Nice
a terrific catch in right field off the bat of Olivia Simmons Normal, and that ends it. Ashley Fitzpatrick grounded out earlier on the ground ball to second. Nice play by the second baseman. Now it is right fielder Whitney Schrock with that catch. And that ends the 4th inning for Malden. So they come up empty in that inning, 1-2-3, as again fly out to right. No, you're right. And standing beside you is one of my former students, and his brother, John McCastro, is. Did I have Mark also? I don't think
Probably.
so.
You might have had all of them.
I might have had all the
I had
Castros.
Mark, yeah.
And it is when as an adult they say, just come over and shake your hand or say hello, and what I crack up with is each person has something different when say, oh, I remember when you did this or did that, because we won't remember it.
No.
But it just stands out in their minds. It's okay if you don't hate me, that's good.
Well, it's funny because the kids were roasting me on the bus, pretty much, and I guess I have a reputation for breaking clipboards or stopwatches.
Okay.
During practices, somehow they slip out of my hand and fly against the wall. I'm not exactly sure how that happens.
No.
But they tell it in great detail. So
This is a side of you I didn't know, so I'm not sure I want to either.
you can look at that and then you go out there, and as I always tell them, just go out and do your best, and then we just let everything fall where it does, and that's.
Yeah.
So I think it's just rewarding all the way around working with the kids, and especially kids in Gloucester. I had 2 great years in Lynn. They had great kids there, but Lynn is a lot different than Gloucester. I think I relate to the kids here.
Bottom of the 4th, Sydney McKay leads off for Gloucester. Fishermen up 6-0. And she hits a pop fly out of play to the right side, nothing in 1.
And especially those kids that I was talking about that might not have been the best cadets. I tell them, I say, hey guys, guess what? When I went to high school, I would have never been in this class. I might have been a little rambunctious. If that's an easy, nice way to say.
Well, I know that there's a ground ball foul. Oh, it's a base hit. It's in fair territory. So we're going to get second out of this, and makes it in. And that is Sam Cominelli. I missed McKay. So don't hold me to this. Sam Cominelli, my godchild, leads off with a double. As, again, we're in the bottom of the 4th inning. Megan Manning is up next for Gloucester. Gloucester plated 4 runs in that 2nd inning, getting 4 hits. And there's a bunt that's laid down. Malden's had trouble with the bunt. Catcher picks it up, fires to first. Came off the bag, but she gets the out. Oh, no. They're going to give her safe. Yep. Overruled. Is she going to go to second? What's this all about? Oh, no. The pitcher didn't. Oh, so we're going to take. Well, Manning just taking advantage of a lapse by Malden and gets to second base. So now we have runners on first and check at second and third. Cominelli goes over to third. That brings up Taylor Abbott. She has a hit today. There's a bunt right side. This is very problematic for Malden today. Foul ball, bring it back.
At least it's good Gloucester weather for this game today. A little on the cold side, a little windy.
Yeah, and you say that seriously. This is what's funny. This is good weather. You're right. My toes are frozen. I got gloves on. The wind is howling off the water here. And it's gray, but you're right. It ain't raining.
Well, I say that because I remember that year we were down in Foxborough and it was snowing.
Oh, yeah.
And I was going up to the bleachers for something. I think we had the headsets up there or something.
Coaching football, yep, the Super Bowl.
And one of the teams that was leaving looked and saw my jacket, and they're like, "Oh, Gloucester, you guys love this stuff." So
that's right.
That always stuck in my head. So a day like today, it's not raining, it's not snowing.
Oh, fly ball deep to right field. It's going to be over the right fielder's hand. She fields it. 1 run will come across. Looks like a 2nd run will be plated. It's now 8-0 Gloucester. On the big hit by Good. Whitney Good at the plate. So Good gets another hit, drives in a couple more runs, and I can't keep up with it because I don't have a scoreboard, but that's a book. So it's now 2 more runs. That makes it 8-0 Gloucester. Good with another hit and another couple of RBIs. Yeah, you know, the other team, Gloucester football loves to play in weather, and the other one that comes to mind is Beverly. Beverly always plays in the mud. They always, same thing, great reputation for that. Liz Schuster will be up next with Gloucester leading 8-0. We're in the bottom of the 4th. Do we have any outs, Andrew? I don't think we have any.
The funny thing about that, I don't think it's a team we play. I think the team before us was like East Boston or somebody they just for some reason, heard that
That's funny.
reputation.
Yeah. No outs. Okay, and into the lineup now is Jemima Groh. Jemima Groh comes in for Whitney Good, and that'll bring up Schuster. Nobody out. Gloucester with a couple of runs in already, and I think it's Schuster.
I believe a couple of games ago I was sitting over there with you and it was pouring down.
We were, and we were cold, and
They were playing.
Fishermen were playing. Yep. They had a tough one that time against Beverly. That was a tough game. All right, here's a pop-up to right field. It's going to fall in for a base hit. It's going to score 2 more runs. Throw cut off at the mound, but a couple more runs get in, and Schuster plates 2 more runs. As Caminelli and Manning score. So 4 runs in the inning. And that makes it 10-0 Gloucester. And I believe there is a 10-run rule.
I think so.
I think so.
Well, Rick, I'm going to let your
okay.
partner here.
I've kept you long enough.
You'll get some help that way.
I've kept you. Yeah. Thank you, Rick. Take care.
Thanks.
That's Rick Muth. He's the ROTC director at Gloucester High School. There you go. And I can't do it without a scorebook, so we're just gonna talk through this thing here. But it's 10. There is a 10-run rule, I think, at some point. I think it's after 5, but after 4. Actually, we're in the 4th right now, and this game is over an hour long. It's about an hour and 15 minutes long. We're in the 4th. Nobody out. Gloucester has put 4 runs across. And what I'll do is I'll just try to define the batters for you because we're a mile away.
Yeah, and Gloucester did it, just by stringing together hits.
Yeah.
And just keeping their flow going. Malden had a close inning there, getting some hits going, and got very close there for an inning.
Those little bunts have been the doom, but they've also got some good sticks. Whitney Good is out of the game. She's been relieved, and she had an outstanding game with at least 2 base hits. We see another new player coming in for Liz Schuster. And we've got a runner at first base with 4 runs in, nobody out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. And into the game for Gloucester is...
That's number 12.
Bailey Marshall. She is running once again. She was in for Marissa Orlando running in the previous inning when Orlando got hit. So I believe it's ball 1. Madison Figueredo still on the mound for Malden. Little number that's back to the mound. Figueredo fires to first and gets the out. 1 out as the hitter was Rachel. I can't tell if that's a P or an R. Rallo. Well, I'll go with R. We'll go with Rachel Rallo. And so there is 1 out.
Gunner's always good to talk to, isn't he?
He is. He's a real resource, I got to tell you. Gloucester High School is very lucky to have him. He did leave for a couple of years, and he's done an amazing job with the kids. And he gets so many ground balls, number to second, and fires on to first. Get the out. Runner moves over. The batter for Gloucester, now that we can see the number, was Diane Story. And that should bring up Marissa Orlando if she's still in the game. Runner moving on over. 2 down. Some of the kids too, Andrew, that Rick has gotten are kids who might not necessarily wanted to stay in school. Blast up the middle, going to score another run, makes it 11-0 as Gloucester plates another one. And Orlando gets another base hit. She's had a couple of hits and a walk in this game.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, there's no doubt about it. ROTC is a good outlet for some students, and we're really lucky to have such a good program. A lot of it due to Gunner.
Oh, absolutely. So it's now 11-0 Gloucester. This game is...
Yeah, he's over there talking to Mark, my brother Mark Nicastro.
Giving him a hard time, probably.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So we're glad you're watching this with us on MSO News Sports. An experiment here in our streaming, trying to see if we can get outside in the spring. Mm-hmm. First broadcast of the season. Bill ordinarily does our baseball and softball, so I'll say that. And he should. He ought to. One strike on Whitney Schrock. Wild pitch, but that'll move the runner over to second. As Orlando boogies on over to second. I think it's Schrock. We'll have to get the number and make sure it's not a pinch hitter.
I see
It is.
3.
Yep, it's Whitney Schrock. So a couple of strikes on Whitney, I believe. In the dirt.
Yeah, another one away.
Mm-hmm. So, frustrating day for Malden, certainly. Gloucester just having some hard shots, but also taking advantage of the bunt with just the aggressive base running, as you've been pointing out, Andrew.
Mm-hmm.
All right, there's a swing and a miss, and 2 strikes now. I thought they had 2 strikes on them.
And it's funny because starting the day, you know, I saw Malden going for the bunt.
Mm-hmm.
You know, of course, being the first ones up, I thought they were going to rely heavily on it, and it ended up being Gloucester turning the tables.
And there's strike 3, and that ends the inning. So, after 4 innings, it is Gloucester 11, I believe. Yes, it is. Gloucester 11, and Malden, no score. Okay, we'll take a break, and we'll come back. You're listening to MSO News Sports. I'm Rick Moore, along with Andrew Nicastro. We'll be right back.
Sunday brunch at the Gloucester House. The brunch includes Gloucester House baked haddock, grilled beef tips, fruit-filled crepes, chicken, potatoes, and much, much more. Sundays from 10 to 2. $20 for adults, $12 for children. The Gloucester House. On the water at 63 Rogers Street in Gloucester. Owner Lenny Linquata.
This is the freshest seafood you can get from our boats to your plate.
Hi folks, this is Gerard Moynihan of Moynihan Lumber. If you're thinking of replacing the windows in your home, you should look at the Anderson Woodwright Double Hung Insert Window, which comes with rich wood interiors in oak, pine, or maple. Quite simply, Anderson is the most trusted window in America. That's why we've been selling them for 57 years. Please see the Anderson Woodwright windows on display at any of our 3 locations in North Reading, Beverly, and Plastow, New Hampshire, or at MoynihanLumber.com.
Moynihan Lumber, we measure up.
As we go to the top of the 5th inning in Gloucester, there will be some new numbers and new names in the field for the Fishermen, as well as having players at the plate and so on. Gloucester up by 11. New pitcher will be Matty Machado for the Fishermen. And let's see, second base is Bailey Marshall. See if we can pick up some of the other changes as we go along. So it's 11-0, Gloucester leading. We go to the top of the 5th for Malden. Trying to get some hits, get on the board. And here I am freezing with gloves on and a hat on, and a lot of the players out here are sleeveless. Cracks me up. So Jenna Swanson, I believe, is at the plate now for Malden, and she just reaches out, taps it to the left. It is. It's Swanson. She is the right fielder for Malden. 0-1. Gray day. Some brightening behind us over to the west. Wind seems to have died down a tad too. Waved at. 2 strikes. 0-2. Again, new pitcher on the mound for Gloucester. Matty Machado, right-hander. Hope to be covering the tournament as well in baseball and softball. Machado fires it. This is low, 1-2. North Shore Sports Night tonight. If you have suggestions for us, email us at msonewsports@gmail.com, and by all means check out streamography.com. Andrew's work is amazing. Got some new toys he's playing with here today too.
Yeah, I'm excited about this new toys.
Yeah, and we talking about football, we hope to have a new look in football as well. That should be fun.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm excited for the season. I'm going to be testing a lot of it out during Fiesta as well. You know, some of our capabilities.
Let's not hurry summer by. That's right. We're going to have some big coverage at MSO News Sports and Streamography this year on Fiesta. Nubber down the third baseline, foul. Still 1-2. We're going to start our coverage. I've had people ask already, Andrew. I've asked people ask us if we're going to cover the women's events, if we're going to cover the what do you call them?
The
ones,
juniors.
the preliminaries, yeah. And right now our coverage is planned for Thursday through Sunday, and we'll be doing the seine boat races and the greasy pole. But we hope to have some other events as well, and possibly on Friday night we might be able to get to the opening ceremonies and interview all the dignitaries who will be here in Gloucester.
Yep.
And I'll tell you what, you don't want these low tides at the greasy pole that we've been having. You seen the low tides?
Oh, yeah. Makes for a 20-foot drop.
Good
for that
heavens.
pole.
Well, the moon is at perigee right now. It's as close as it gets. And so you've got these enormous tides, enormous high tides and incredible low tides. And for anyone who's not seen the greasy pole, you do not want a low tide falling off that sucker. Well, there's a walk to Swanson as Machado had her, I believe, 0-2 and lost her with the walk. So first base runner of the inning brings up Taylor Bosey, the second baseman for Malden, I think. It looks like we may have a change here, though. Coach Julia Fox, Malden's record at 2-9. Gloucester's record coming in at 7-2. And we're going to have a pinch runner for Malden. And let's see who that is. As soon as we get the number, we'll let you know. So runner on first, nobody out. Top of the fifth for Malden. They're down by 11. And we're waiting for the next pitch. On its way. Number 10 in the lineup for Malden. And coach did not give us a number. We have waited and waited to get the lineup from Malden, and don't know who number 10 is, sadly. Ball one. Machado, ground ball, top of the fifth. Game an hour and a half old now. All right, that brings up Kira Robertson. I don't know what the holdup is. We're watching Machado warm up now. And I don't know, did she get hurt?
I'm not sure.
Umpire Chris Catino on the sideline over there with watching her warm up. And actually, that's John Campbell, the umpire over there. Chris Catino's in the field. I don't know what's going on. I have no idea. Coach John Nicastro, watching his pitcher just play catch with Sam Cominelli. I think it's Sam Cominelli. It might not be Sam back there. They might have put Sydney McKay behind the plate. She does catch. Yeah, that's McKay behind the plate now. So she pitched the first 4 innings of shutout ball. And now she's catching. And Machado's on the mound. And I don't know why you get these warm-ups in the middle. That's weird. I don't know. Very strange. All right, so 2 on from Malden. Nobody out. They got something going here in the top of the 5th inning. Fly ball, right field. No, it's going to be bagged by the second baseman, actually, and short right for the first out of the game, the inning. Bailey Marshall, short two-handed catch.
Yeah, you almost had a little bit of communication issues there as the outfielder was coming in, but she was able to maintain and make the out.
Backed up by Schrock. Next batter is Haley Scarparati. Fouls it off, I believe. Runners at first and second, 1 down. Coach Dylan Morrissey of the Gloucester High School boys lacrosse team with his troops behind us.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll be seeing him during Fiesta. He'll just be in a boat.
Oh, yeah. The Morrisseys and that crew, my goodness. Next pitch on the way. That's up high. So Machado having trouble getting strikes. Has a walk and a base hit and an out here in this inning so far.
There we have Michael Sanfilippo. He'll be walking. They're everywhere.
You're getting in shape already, huh?
Oh yeah. I've been thinking about it since it ended last year.
Runners move up as the ball gets away from the catcher. 3 balls on the batter. And the inning continues with 1 out. Runners at second and third for Malden.
Yeah, so Malden's this inning, they've just been chipping away and getting runners on and getting hits where they need to.
There's a strike. 3-1. Machado getting a strike. Boy, the outfield is really shallow on Scarparati. Really shallow. Machado fires. Ball 4.
That loads of bases.
Yep. Okay. Now we have a new batter, I believe, for Malden. Let's see if we have that. Can you get the number?
Yeah, they're just not turned in the right direction. A 12?
Number 12 on your program. All right, that's the leadoff batter, Mackenzie Furlong. Wasn't sure if she'd been replaced or not. Bases loaded. Look at that, infield in, double play depth, outfield normal, up high again. Machado just having difficulty getting a strike. Walked a couple, giving up a hit. 1 out. And the bases are loaded for Malden, trailing 11-0, top of the 5th. Machado winds and throws a ground ball. Ball 2.
So yeah, Malden's really looking to try and make some ground up here.
Well, base hit should score a couple anyway. There's the strike.
Throws it right in there.
Throw back to first.
Loose ball.
And I don't know what happened to Scarparati. I don't know if she fell or was trying to dive, but she did a little flop, a little belly flop back to first. Got in safely.
Got in there.
And she's okay. Yep, that's the main thing. Get back there safely. All right, there's a foul. So I believe the count is 2-2. 1 out in the inning. Great day in Gloucester. Great day all over the East Coast, I imagine, or at least in Northeastern Conference play. But the teams are out there. Everybody's back on the field after a raining Friday. Foul tip.
Wow.
Got her. Held on to by McKay.
So now we have number 4 coming up, right?
That would be Madison Figueredo. Yep, the number 2 hitter and the pitcher. Furlong goes down for the second time on strikes. She's 0 for 3. Figueredo has struck out.
You know, this is the part of the order Malden wants up at bat with the bases loaded.
Showing bunt with 2 outs. Forced play everywhere. And there's a little number at the second base and fielded nicely. Well, a good play by Bailey Marshall into the game at second base, and that will take care of Malden in the 5th. So after 4.5, it is Gloucester 11, Malden 0. And I believe the 10-run rule is in effect after 5.
It might be a 12-run.
12?
It might be a 12-run rule since they're at 11.
Okay.
Because I'm trying to think, wouldn't it have ended if...
I don't know. I think it's after 5. I think you have to go 5.
You go complete 5. Oh, maybe.
I believe so.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure. I don't know. I was watching lacrosse, trying to figure out the rules, and I end up talking to myself. It's like because especially in girls lacrosse, it's like nobody touched anybody. Nobody. What happened? These phantom plays.
Right.
So
I covered lacrosse the other day as well for the prep, actually, and same thing. I didn't know why there were flags in the air and what happened.
Yeah. Okay. Well, here Gloucester is leading 11-0. They've been out in front since the outset, scoring 2 runs in the first. Gloucester pitcher Sidney McKay in charge through the first 4 innings, shutting out Malden, and then Relief pitcher Manny Machado. I said Manny Machado. Oh boy, Maddie Machado. In relief, gets out of the inning as she pitched out of a bases-loaded jam. So the Fishermen will lead off with Sam Cominelli. So I guess she's still in the game. She wasn't catching. I gave credit to McCabe behind the plate, but it's Sam. She's usually sleeveless, but not today. She's got sleeves on today. Base hit up the middle for Cominelli. She continues her hot hitting. And the leadoff batter is on for Gloucester. She's had a double in the game. That's at least her second hit. Megan Manning due next. One on, nobody out. Bottom of the fifth for Gloucester. Swinging at the first pitch, booted at second, get the force out. Cominelli's out at second. Manning gets to first, one down. Two pitches. One out. So Gloucester up there swinging at the first pitch, first two batters. So pitch up high to the next Gloucester batter, and it is not Whitney Good. It is her replacement. I believe it's Rachel Rallo. Let's see if we can get the number. She swings and pops it out of play. What's the number? Is it 17 or is it 17?
I can't see it right this
or 11.
second.
If it's 11, it's Manning. Yeah, I think it's 11. Megan Manning still. Well, that doesn't make sense. Megan Manning got out. Manning is on first. Give me the number, guys. Come on.
Yeah, that front number is tough to see from this distance. Yeah, that was up there. I want to say that's 17, though, right? Could it be Taylor Abbott? No?
Yeah, it would be Taylor Abbott. You are correct. It is Taylor Abbott. She's swinging, and this one's going to be popped up out of play once again. A couple of strikes on Taylor Abbott. I thought she was replaced, though, by she was replaced in the field by Bailey Marshall. Skies it to right field. Right fielder's going to get it. Two down. Now let's see who the batter was. It is 17, Taylor Abbott. Okay. Alrighty then. So, two out. Runner on first for Gloucester. Bottom of the fifth inning. Gloucester by 11. And the next batter for the Fishermen takes ball up high. Sleeveless. Man, I don't know how these guys do it. Madison Figueredo on the mound all the way for Malden. She throws it outside, 2-0. So this should be Jemima Grau up there. Called strike, man. It looked like it was at the ankles, but it is 2-1. Jemima Grau replacing Whitney Good, who had a tremendous game today. Several RBIs and played stellar defense. Pop up in the infield. It's going to go out of play. On the third baseline. Tough to see the angle from where we were. I thought it was going to head toward shortstop. But it went on to play third base side. 2-2 on Jemima Grau. Two down, bottom of the fifth. That's inside. Full count. Gloucester girls very enthusiastic still over there in the dugout. What a beautiful field, man. This place is great.
Yeah, John was saying when I was coming over here, he's like, keep an eye on this field. This is one of the best in town.
Absolutely. It's one of the best in the league. Ooh.
Yeah, it's close.
Ooh, outside. Tough one to take, but it is ball four. So Grog goes down to first. Runners at first and second, 2 out. All right, so I believe this is Bailey Marshall now, playing second base. Changeup, that changeup is deadly. Strike. Nice pitch. Runners at first and second for Gloucester. They got 2 in the first, 4 in the second, none in the third, 5 in the fourth. Fouled off. Figueredo looking in and firing. Change up again. Popped up right side, and the first baseman can't quite get to it. Liz Schuster is the batter. A couple of strikes on the Gloucester batter. Couple of strikes, 2 out. Runners at first and second. Swung on and missed. Strike 3, and the inning is over. So after 5, it is Gloucester 11 and Malden nothing. And we'll take a break and see what happens next. Game is coming to you from Gloucester, and again the score is the Fishermen check it, Fishermen 11 and Malden 0. We'll be right back.
People come in, take a seat. You're really in for a treat at Sylvan Street. A great place to eat and drink and meet with family and friends at Sylvan Street. We'll treat you right, day or night. Satisfy your appetite. Eat, drink, and chill at the Sylvan Street Grill.
Catch a game with friends, meet for lunch, cocktails after work, or a romantic dinner for 2. Whatever your plan to do it at Sylvan Street Grill in Peabody and Salisbury. See you at Sylvan Street.
Eat, drink, and chill at the Sylvan Street Grill.
All right, we go to the top of the 6th inning with Gloucester leading 11-0. Gloucester softball. I'm Rick Moore along with Andrew Nicastro, our producer and engineer Bill Proposky. I've given up on the scoreboard, excuse me, because I got no place to write. So we'll watch the game and we'll describe it as best we can in terms of who the players are. Set up in right field here in Gloucester. Eddie Machado returns to the mound for her 2nd inning. Looks like, well, it's ball 1 to the Malden batter. Get the number as we can here.